everybody. How about that? Got it. Let's record. All right. Bear with me 1 second. All right, it's connecting. Cool. Okay, now we're gonna hit the record button. And can you mute the everybody? There we go. I can mute everybody. All right, everybody's muted. Good. All right, and we just hit the record button. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. My name is Juan Vides, and the purpose we're here is simply to get to know each other. I always say people do business who they know, like, and trust. Welcome to Winning on Wednesday. I'd like to introduce you to some of my friends. I want to introduce my co-host, Meryl. How are you?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Meryl Oshner, founder, chief storyteller, and commercial podcast producer with Smith Douglas Associates.
And my other co-host and SEO director for WOW, Robin Chaskin.
Good morning, everybody. Robin Chatskin. As Juan said, I'm here to do whatever it is that you guys need to do. I also, Robin from Travel by Robin S. I like to make everybody go away.
I love that tagline. It's good. It's always good to have a good tagline. And one of the things that we encourage here in Winning on Wednesday is to encourage these one-to-ones. I know that when you meet a new stranger, I always say you got to build that trust. And the way you build that trust is really getting to do those one-to-ones. We often get people in our group to say, hey, I'm not really getting any business, or people are not getting any leads, but really we're here to work, and it's called networking for that reason. You have to really put in the energy and the time to do those one-to-ones. So we encourage everybody to do those one-to-ones after the meetings. Please make sure you put your contact information in the chat below, and we'll also email you that as well after the meetings. So without further ado, we got what is the question of the week, Meryl?
Okay, the question of the week is, what is your procedure or process to follow up on potential clients? Do you email them the day after? Or do you call them every day? Do you let them call you? What is your process for following up with a potential client?
But before you put everybody into their breakout rooms, everybody, please make sure that you have put in next to your name what it is that you do.
Yes, and I have to do
because it's going to be very hard to follow up with people.
Let's do that
unless they know what it is that you do.
Yeah, let's take 1 minute to do that. And if you need help, we have
just raise your hand, and we'll be more than happy to help you.
Okay, here we go. Without further ado, and again, what was the question of the week again?
The question of the week is, what is your process or procedure for following up with potential clients?
Okay, here we go. Senor Rich, how are you, sir? Hold on a second.
Hey, Juan, how are you?
Well, listen, as a valued WOW Plus member, I'm going to give you the power
of.
Take a look at the breakout rooms. You'll notice a little fancy little blue button next to the breakout rooms.
Wait. Breakout rooms.
Yeah.
A fancy blue button. I don't see it.
You don't see it.
Is it on the bottom?
Oh, you know what? Close the window. Can you close the window, the breakout room window? Is it possible? And then reopen it, re-engage it again. Maybe you should see it.
Leave and come back.
Yeah, you should be able to see a join button on the breakout rooms. Do you see the breakout rooms?
Yes, I see the breakout rooms.
And you don't see a join button? You could join.
I see close all rooms.
No, you don't want. No, okay. And next to the rooms, they're numbered 11, 12, or the next.
No, I see security, participants chat, share room, polls, quizzes, stop.
Okay, so you don't see anything like that. Okay, interesting. All right. All right, no worries. But I could put you in a room. So let me see that. It's no worries. Okay. Let me try one more time, just to
Sure.
which one do you want to make sure which project? Yeah, see now.
I just see the only blue button I see that says I'm the co-host now.
Yeah, but not in the breakout rooms. You don't, in the window of the breakout rooms, you don't see the join button. Maybe it might be a bug or something. Oh, we tried.
A glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, possibly. All right, no worries. All right. Anyway, we could put you in a room. We have some. Actually, you know what? We have people. We have about 5 minutes, so we could make our own room. How about that? You want to make our own room?
Sure. What the heck? What the hey?
What the heck? Hey, do you remember the question of the week?
Of course I do. It is, what
Okay.
is your process for following up with potential clients?
Hi,
Your
everybody.
processes.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? Good.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. So, Fritz, what's your process? I guess I'll start it. I guess your traditional follow-up is, your emails, phone calls, but I think I give up after that. If I don't hear, a client, I'm at a point where I don't chase clients anymore.
I'm
You
the
know,
same.
you
I'm
know,
the same. I also know that I'm giving clients a very, very fair proposal.
yes.
And I also know that whatever I say I'm gonna do, that's the very least they're gonna get. Like 100% is really my baseline, and I know that from past experience. So I'm like you, I don't chase it.
Yeah, we're in a point, but I remember in the beginning of my career, I used to chase a lot of people and it used to be like that, but sometimes that comes off as desperate, when you
Yes.
chase people, it comes off of as like needy or,
I couldn't agree more.
right. Joan, I see your head shaking. So can you want to add to that? What is your sales, what is your process of following up with potential clients?
Did you mean me, Joanne?
Yeah, Joanne.
Okay,
But
yeah,
Joanne, yes.
okay,
And
yeah.
welcome to Winning on Wednesday.
Thank you. Yes, I was invited.
Yeah, thank you. Who invited you, by the way? I'm just curious.
I was afraid you'd ask.
Okay, never mind.
My head is a blur.
It's okay. But
I
more
know
importantly,
James. It wasn't James.
but more importantly, what do you do in these cases to help these wonderful folks here? Because we all need help. We all need help. So what advice can you give, and what do you do?
For follow-up?
Yeah, with potential
well,
clients.
Right away at the initial meeting, if it looks like it's a good vibe, then I'll say I'll be following up. Is it okay if I follow up? Is it okay if we stay in touch? So I've got that permission. And then I do so whichever way is best for them, either by text or by email or by Facebook message. So whichever way we're in communication. And usually people respond. And if they don't, it's just, wait a little while to give them space and kind of touch again very lightly.
Yeah, well, good advice. Norm, what about you, Norm? How you doing, Norm?
I'm fine, thank you. Happy holidays, by the
Yeah.
way, to everybody.
Yeah.
Wish everybody happy holiday. My two businesses are service related. I help people. Sometimes people contact me, sometimes I contact them. I call them, I wait for a response, give it a little while. I'll call them again. If I don't hear from them, I'll send an email. At that point, I'm done. Because if it's not important enough for you to call me and have a discussion with me, whether you partake in what I offer or not, the courtesy of a phone call, just business courtesy, is what I would look for. So I put it out there just to a point. I'm not chasing anybody, as you said earlier. Thank God I don't need to. I've been traveling around the country lately. That's why you haven't seen me, because we're doing concerts now way out in New York, as far as Seattle.
Wow.
So
Wow.
things have picked up quite a bit. So I still follow my old way of doing business, and that's it. I call you and I'll call you and I'll send you an email. After that, I'm done.
Yeah. Wow. That's good. Good advice. Thank you. Brad, what about you, Brad? What do you do? What's your sales process?
Good morning, Juan. Thanks for having me. Yeah, so in terms of a follow-up process, I agree with what everyone's saying so far. I mean, you reach out to them few times if you don't hear from them. But there's also something to be said for, you have to recognize some people actually appreciate if you follow up even a couple of times more. They're living
You
lives where
outside?
I'm sorry?
Oh, no, he's a call. He's gonna has a call. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
People, obviously have lives where aside from their work, they have family lives and everything. And sometimes if you call even a couple more times, they might pick up on that last call and they say, "Oh, I appreciate you following up," because they've been meaning to get back and they just haven't had time to do so. So just when you might think that, they just don't care or they're not interested or what have you, you never know. That last one or two extra times reaching out, maybe even sending an extra email, you never know where it could lead. So
Thanks, Brad. We got
Yeah.
about a minute left. James, what do you think? What's your thoughts? We got about 1 minute. 1 minute. Sorry, we put you on the spot for 1 minute, but
Oh, that's okay. What's my sales process? 30 minutes of begging. No, I'm just teasing.
we got 60
I got
seconds.
that one. Yeah, want to be humorous, but no. I'm still at the point where I actually do have to follow up, like Brad does, where, the people, you need to encourage them enough to actually engage in the conversation. But once you engage, there's a compatibility, there's that coffee talk, and then you see if it's something worth happening or not. Once you have that initial conversation, then they know right away, are you going to go into a more of a detailed conversation of something where we know really about the specifics about them. And usually the follow-up's usually pretty good once you've had that initial conversation. It's usually, for me, it's getting to that first conversation. It takes a few phone calls or emails to get things started.
Yeah, it's follow up is key, and not a lot of people do that, or how many times do you have to follow up? I again, I use the traditional, which is email, phone call, and that's pretty much it. I mean, besides visiting them in person, if you really need them that bad. Welcome back. Real quick, we got to go into the breakout room, so we'll do the questions with Joan. So Joan, we'll hold off for that. So welcome, welcome back, everybody. How was that?
Wow.
That was wow.
Wowee.
Oh, wowie. Okay, excellent. Oh, I love everybody's Q's background. This is a good way to use, and then we encourage everybody to download the Q app, because one of the things is for me is to call on you, because one of the chances is that I'm going to call on you. So, name and title, please. How you doing, Shannon? And Shannon, we have today the real estate. You want to talk about the real estate tonight with our presenter today, who's here, Mike? Go ahead, Shannon.
Yes, actually, good morning, everybody. I'm Shannon Poblette with Jovia Financial Credit Union. Whether you're looking to buy your first home, your vacation home, or investment property, I can definitely help you. Rates come down a little bit, so that's definitely a help. Actually, it's not tonight. It's actually next week.
Next week, yeah.
I
got my days off.
That's fine. We rescheduled it, I think. It's actually next Wednesday, the 12th at 6:30. So that's the real estate group. Mike Bernier will be our gracious presenter, and I'll put the link in the chat.
Yes, thank you.
As well, so you can all sign up. The question of the week, right?
Yep.
Juan?
Question of the week.
What is your process or procedure to follow up with potential new clients?
Okay, folks, here we go. Hi, Christabel. Oh, you're muted. Let me unmute you. Hold on a second.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy it. It's actually a lot of fun. Definitely.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm actually in a room, but
Okay.
because I started the Zoom call on my phone,
Okay.
and
No.
when I swipe to unmute myself, then they can't see me.
Oh,
So
Uh,
the young lady said, it's probably my settings, but now I'm in the
Yeah.
room with you. How have you been?
good. Okay, good. So
Perfect.
so do you, so you're in two rooms?
Yes, I'm actually in the room with Juan on my computer.
So we're watching her from her phone on her computer.
Okay, I got
Can
it.
you put me in that room, Juan?
What room?
We're
Oh yeah,
almost done, so
4.
we'll be in the
Hold
same
on
room
one second.
together. So let's just let the timer now, or we can both leave and just, you can hit leave. And we
Yeah, I can put it in. There you go. Hello. How are you, Shay? Yeah,
I'm
how are you?
amazing. I'm
You're
amazing.
You're amazing. How you doing? Long time no see.
Yeah, it feels that way, right?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
really
Good to
good.
see you.
Really, really good.
Good to
Getting ready.
see you.
Likewise, what's going on with you?
Oh my goodness. It's just like off the hook, off the chain, you know? It's off the chain, literally off the chain right now. It's
Well,
just,
listen,
but
a
we
year
gotta
from
talk. We
now,
gotta talk.
thank
We gotta
goodness
talk.
he's
We
been
gotta
off the
catch up.
train.
We gotta
Okay.
talk because there's a lot of opportunities for everybody. I'm the type of person that I like to share with everybody.
Listen,
Sharing is caring.
yeah, if you got something to share, that's great. Okay, cool.
Let's talk.
Okay.
So there's always opportunities. I will always we're creating opportunities for everybody. That's the thing about collaborating and working together is sometimes we can't do it by ourselves. Sometimes we need a little bit of help from our friends.
I mean, we all go further when we go together. And I mean,
Yeah.
I don't need to do everything if I can shine in my one area. So absolutely, that makes sense.
And I love how I have a group of professionals that I can literally just call on my phone and ask them for advice, where they could save me a lot of time and money, if you think about it, just by simply asking for advice, asking for help. And I get help all the time, particularly from attorneys.
Well, that's nice. That's really
Well, I help them make a lot of money because I know how to market attorneys for the last couple of years. I mean, I've been doing, listen, for the 25 years, I've been doing websites, digital marketing. That's what I do for a living. I do websites. I think we had this conversation. We do something similar, but in the last couple of years, I've done more for attorneys. So I do a lot of attorney marketing. So that's one of the things I do. So welcome back, everybody. How is that?
It was great. I'm learning some new things.
Learning new things. Wow. So you guys are wowed?
We are always wowed.
Okay, and since we like people with a background, Mike, we have Mike. Mike, I love your background, man. It's so easy to see, Mike. So can you please introduce yourself and also the question of the week, and also remind folks about your presentation you're gonna be doing. So we're very excited to hear from you.
Yes, thanks for having me, Juan. I just want to say thank you to you and Robin, and obviously Shannon, Marlon, and Jesse. Great input, helped me get this presentation squared away. It's going to be next Wednesday, March 12th, 6:30. It's going to be the importance of an informative home inspection. So I'm going to take you through a little bit of why you need a home inspection and looked at the key points of the information you're getting from a home inspection. So make sure you sign up for that.
Yep.
And the question of the week is, what is your procedure or process for potential clients, how to react with them and interact with them?
Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry. We'll do the wow wave. Let me see, Joanne. Hmm.
So how do we do this? So are we in the main room now? Like, what do we do? This is a. You're muted, Brad. I don't understand this.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. I don't know. Back to meeting. So I leave.
Welcome back, everybody. How was that? Oh, how was that, everybody?
Too
Good?
short, not
Too
enough
short.
time.
Too short. Get out of here. All right. Great, good. Welcome back. So let's see. You know what? We should do the Wow Wave now, right? The Wow Wave right now is we like to give recognitions and thank yous. Again, it's not a chance to promote yourself, okay? Because the promoting you could do on the one-to-ones. This gives you an opportunity to give a thank you, show some love to the person. If you've done a one-to-one, has given you some kind of information, somebody that has wowed you, basically. This is what we call the Wow Wave. So Robin, how do they raise your hand?
So it's very simple. Go down to the bottom of your screen next to the smiley face that says reactions, click on the little carrot and it will open everything up and it says raise hand and you can raise your hand.
Thank you. And we'll start with Lisa Star Lawrence.
Hi, I have some love. I want to thank David Feinberg because he introduced me to a fellow grief coach. I also want to thank Craig Leonard because he introduced me to a podcaster. I appreciate them thinking of me.
Excellent. That's what WOW is here all about. Jan, thank you.
Yes, hi. I just want to thank Robin. She's in the process of speaking to my wife about setting up a vacation and looking forward to her thoughts and ideas. And thank you, Juan, for introducing me to all these wonderful people. And just want to let anybody know, if you become my friend on LinkedIn and you ask me to like you or to share something, I'm happy to do it for each and every one of you. So just
Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you share the real estate. Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Always a pleasure. Jamie, you have your hand up.
Yes, good morning, everybody, or afternoon or evening, wherever you are. I wanted to give a shout out to you, Juan, and to you, Robin, for welcoming me to WOW and giving me an opportunity to start brainstorming with you about how we can create a WOW Women group.
Yep.
So thank you.
We're going to start a WOW Women's group. We're going to wow everybody. Sandra McCarthy, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Juan. And I want to thank Anthony Wadika, right? The business attorney and WOW board member. He has agreed to present at the CBC networking event tonight.
Wow.
And he's going to be talking about trademark basics and how to select a trademark and use it. Thank you so much, Anthony.
Excellent. Thank you. Amy.
Yes, hi. I want to give a shout out to Robin. Thank you so much, Robin, for writing a recommendation for me on Alignable.
Oh, this is all about showing the love. I love it. Jim, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I have two shout outs. One is to Jamie. Okay, we had a really good face to face. That we might be great power partners. The other one is to Joe Ponte. You haven't met with him. He's a wealth of ideas. If you can get him to have a few-minute conversation with you, I'm sure you'll walk away different than when you began. He's just, so deep experience.
That's right.
Yeah, Joe, thanks.
I'm the Owen Wow optimist.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Betsy, you have your hand up.
Oh, yeah, I would like to thank you, Juan, and also Robin for being so supportive in this group. And Robin and I had a great one-on-one yesterday. And thanks, Juan, for
Excellent.
that. And also I want to thank Sherry because she's really the one that invited me to the group initially. I don't see her on today, but she's great. Sherry Gillespie.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Robin.
Well, I have a plethora of people to thank. So first of all, Betsy and I had a great one-on-one. Jamie, I'm looking forward to working. And those of you who are shaking your heads about WOW Women, it's coming sooner than later. So I promise we'll keep you guys posted.
Oh.
I also wanted to give a shout out to Andrea Daniels to thank her for taking such good care of somebody in another group that I run, and I highly recommend working with her. And for all those of you who are speaking and doing great things for WOW, love is there.
Thank you. Thank you. Brad, you have your hand up?
Thank you, Juan. I just want to give a shout out to Shannon. I appreciate Shannon for being very accommodating to me, having me out to first time home buyer seminar out in Melville on the island, and she was very helpful in getting me exposure to people and helping me with my business. So thank you, Shannon.
Okay, excellent. And we go to now we're going to go to the question of the week. Elliot, do you please introduce yourself and tell us the question of the week, please?
Hi, everybody. I'm Elliot Portman, Portman Law Group, Commercial Debt Collection and Judgment Enforcement. Unpaid bills give me the thrills. The question of today is, do you have a process in place to follow up on potential leads?
Okay, here we go. Hi, Robin.
Hi, Juan. So I've learned a lot of really interesting things from people, and what I am finding, just because you always ask me after the meeting, and then sometimes it slips through my brain, is that there seems to be a really interesting difference between how people from different generations manage that. So do you guys need to be put into a different breakout room? Is that why you're back?
Or we could stay here. We could talk about.
Yeah,
the
I was going to
question.
say we could stay here. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely, we can stay here. So, Christabel, did you want to go into another group, or would you like to stay here?
Oh, you're muted.
This
still
is
love that she has the
wow.
sign.
I've never been in a room with Juan and Robin at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not giving
I
up the
hit the
opportunity.
jackpot.
And mind you, we're being recorded live. So
Yes,
just
and
whatever
we
you
are
say,
live, and this
whatever
and-
you say, behold against you in public court of opinion.
Oh,
Okay.
you and your law stuff. Yes, we're gonna mute Christabel. We have it. No, you know, I was just commenting to Juan that I've been jumping in and out of groups strategically, because I always like to get new information, and a lot of these questions come from issues that we on the board have personally. So, you know, what I was commenting to Juan is that it seems some of the follow-up is generational. So some of our, you know, age-friendly members have a very different process in how they do it versus some of our puppy clients, like, you know, like Paul and Christabel, and, you know, no, but there seems to be a difference in.
Christabel's only 24, so leave her alone.
Yeah, I know. I'm only 22. So
21, I was
so-
practically born, or 22. I forgot how old I was for a second there.
I have boots older than you, but
Yeah.
you know, but it seems to be the difference. So I'm kind of be curious, you know, Paul, what is your way of, you know, how do you follow up on something that you're having difficulty figuring out? Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen?
So I think the big thing is, don't limit yourself to one form of reaching out to a customer or a potential client. You know, call, email, text, the big three, because they're bound to respond to one. So like for our process of reaching out, like the first day, if we get an online quote, the first thing we do, we'll call them 3 times in the first day, once in the morning, afternoon, and before we leave. Then we'll also email once and text once to reach out to them. I know it's a lot, but you know, you want to get in touch with the customer, and they are requesting a quote. So some people are just, you know, busy. So I think the big thing is, you know, not limiting yourself to that one type of communication, and also do take into account, like, if you're able to see like the age of the person reaching out, take that into account, because if they're 18, I would text them because they're probably not going to answer an email. Actually, I guarantee you they're not going to answer an email. You're better off calling. Your best bet is texting.
I have a question for you, Paul. In your industry, I'm assuming you deal with a high volume of people, because in other words, sales is about numbers, right?
Yeah.
So the more people you talk to, the greater chance of the sale.
Yeah,
in
the
your
whole
industry.
thing in this industry is, law of large numbers. You'll call 10 people, maybe 2 people will be interested, you'll make 1 sale. So it's all about, reaching out to as many people as possible to get new clients.
But also you can work smarter, not harder too, right? By creating a funnel of leads, by getting to know, say, out of the 100 people that you call, you make a friend with one, and that person you becomes your best friend, let's just say. And now that best
Exactly,
friend,
yeah.
starts referring you business. But a
Yeah,
lot of people don't see,
the goal is, to get good referral sources. That's why you want to have like a good connection with your customer. I always say, if you have anyone who's looking to change their insurance, needs a better price, just tell them to give me a call. I'll see if I can get them a better price and help them out.
Excellent.
Hey,
Thank you,
Jill.
Jill.
Nice
Hey,
to
Jill.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you? I'm so sorry. My
It's okay.
my weekly team meetings are just getting
It's
longer
okay.
and longer.
It's okay. Don't worry.
So I'm, so the question of the question of the week is how, what is your follow-up procedure? So Christabel, I'm going to put you on the hot seat. What is your method of following up? What's your process?
It depends who I'm calling. And it depends if we have direct business. So if it's direct business that we can do business with each other, I'm gonna call twice. I'll send an email, and if you don't respond, I move on. Because the time that I take to try to get to someone that doesn't want to speak, I'm wasting time with someone that does want to speak. So that's just my method. And if you've had my phone calls, you've heard my voicemails, and you've got my emails, you didn't forget. Because all my emails that I really want to speak to someone are sent high importance. So I'm not shuffled with the rest of your emails. And the only reason why I do a second call, if I do an email and I do a third call, is because it may go into spam. And that's why I call. And if you don't answer me, that's it for me. I'm not gonna move forward. Because if that's the way how you treat me in business, I don't want to have an attachment to you, because that's how you're gonna conduct business.
Well, the one thing I've learned in business, I have years of experience in business, no, what I've learned is basically sometimes it's the timing, because sometimes, and it's just happening now in my case where I haven't spoken to people in 10, 20 years, that to your point, Christabel, back in 20 years, I wouldn't do business. I was that way. But now it's all about the timing. It's like, I would never thought for instance, my friend Lewis, who I know for 15 years, I'll be working with him, and we have the queue. I never imagined in my life that me as a web designer, doing all the service, would be working with somebody at that caliber. Even, Lewis has worked for 30 years for IBM, and he has I'm like wowed, really, and I think sometimes
No
it's all
pun
the timing.
intended.
And no pun intended, but if you asked me about 20, 15 years ago when I first met Lewis, I was like, he was like, oh, he's a good guy.
But
He's a
if
good
I
guy,
may, if I may interject,
yeah,
as I said
but
earlier, it depends on what line of business that you're in. Some people have to be more aggressive than some.
Yeah.
For me, I know that I have a service that is needed in certain communities, so I have to be a little bit more diligent in who I'm speaking to, and I just don't have the time. There's too much short time in a day to really waste time on people that don't want to do business or don't want to speak.
So you're like Paul, where you have to do the high volume of numbers. So like kind of like a Paul, like Paul, you have that kind of thing. You have to deal with a lot of high numbers, right? Like the
Yeah.
volume. Okay. And
No,
and
not for me, it's
at
not high
least-
numbers.
oh, it's not like that case. Okay. Oh, I
No.
thought it was like that. Okay.
Yeah,
It's not
no,
high
mine,
numbers.
the goal is like 50 calls, at least
Okay.
50 calls in a day for
Oh
me.
wow,
Yeah.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of calls.
but it's interesting because I have a lot of clients, and Marlon, I'm so excited. 'cause
Yeah, Marlon, I love your background.
I have your cue, but I have a lot of what I call my puppy clients who tell me, please don't call me because I'm at work. Like Jill, where you're in an office, and text me because,
They
should
prefer
pay
wrong
attention to their
text.
jobs,
Yes.
but they want to be texted. They don't want to be
Yes.
called, and they don't want emails because they say they don't really use email. So I think we need, one of the things I'm going to spend more time doing is asking, what is your preferred?
Preface, yes.
What is
Yeah.
your preferred?
I think like
method?
Christabel said, yeah, it depends on the client. Like
You
it
know,
depends on the client,
so-
yeah.
So Marlon, I don't know what you've been putting, the question of the week was, what is your process for following up? How do you follow up?
We got 15 seconds.
Yep,
Text messages.
text message. So the text is your.
People love
Jill,
it.
Yep, Jill, what is your process?
Ours is email because there's so much, it's so information heavy between images and pictures, and we do a lot of emailing.
Welcome back, everybody. How was that?
Good.
Good. All right, good. That's excellent. We got Elliot. I love this cute backgrounds. I'm telling you, to me, it's just amazing, and it gives me a easy way to point out and ask people the question of the week. Jamie, can you introduce yourself and the question of the week, please?
Yeah, good morning, everybody. I'm in the morning here in Connecticut. My name is Jamie Carlaccio, and I am the principal and owner of Clarity Communication. So I help businesses, leaders, and employees develop strong communication skills so that they're talking to each other and not at each other. And I also coach personally for women who, especially are in a lifetime where they need to make some bold changes and they just don't know how to do that. The question of the week is, how do you follow up with clients, or how do you follow up with referrals? And that could be phone, email, texting, or some other way.
Thank you. Here we go.
We're still here.
We are still here.
Guess he didn't switch it back.
I know we hit leave room.
Right. Now it says leave, but I'm concerned if I hit leave, it might be leaving. the
Yeah,
whole
no, I
thing.
think we left 60 seconds early. I saw the note right before it popped up.
Well, usually when that happens,
We're at the other meeting.
Juan picks us up.
Oh, okay.
It's the technology. That's it. Guess we just stay here.
I guess.
Michael, I don't see your number in the chat. Do you mind just putting it in again? Because I know we're being
Okay,
streamed on
I'll
YouTube
give
right
it to you
now.
real quick. Just write it down.
Oh, wait. All right. Well, we're streaming on YouTube live right now, so it's up to you, though, if you want to read it out.
I'll give it to you. Oh,
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. How was that?
It's wonderful. I wish I had
Excellent.
a longer time.
Yeah, and you know what? You can by doing the one-to-ones, and you can continue to those conversations after this meeting, the one-to-one. We have 3 minutes left, and I'm just curious to find out, Robin, what did we learn today? And by the way, you can save the chat and please do those one-to-ones. And more importantly, invite a guest for next week. Please invite a guest because people ask me, Juan, how can I help? How you can help? By inviting a guest. Take it away, Robin.
Yeah, so I will tell you that Sandra and I are going to have a conversation because we have the question of the week. I think we're percolating for next week, and she and I are due. I learned a lot. I think hopefully everybody learned a lot. If I could just get a show of hands, how many of you would be interested in receiving an email tomorrow with the chat from today's meeting?
Okay. All right.
All right, so if you want to, all right, so
We'll create an opt-in. We'll create an opt-in next week, and we'll have a form that just a special form so that people, because we want to just make sure give you guys attention because we don't want to overdo it. You know, like do over spam people, so to speak. So if you want it, you really got to sign up for it. You got to put in the work. That's why they call it networking.
But no, definitely learned a lot. I'm gonna change some of my processes. I'm gonna emotionally get over some of the, I have to learn how to take that. And I've got plenty of people here. I'm looking at all of them who are gonna help me learn how not to take everything so personally. But most important, personally, I want to wish everybody, no matter what holiday you celebrate, that, you
and
know,
before
a
you-
happy and a healthy time with family.
A new guest, I'm sorry, new guest, please stay after the meeting. We would like to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Yes, just a reminder. So sorry.
And
So
Juan, someone had a question on how to get the sexy new Q background.
Oh,
So
stay after. Please stay after.
Stay afterwards, and we will be more than happy to help you.
Okay. So anything else, Robin, before we wrap anything up?
No, have a great week, everybody,
Okay.
and, you know, keep wowing, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you. I cannot
Bye,
stay. I have
everyone.
another meeting.
It's
So thank
okay.
you very
can
much.
Stay after. It's okay. Take care.
Bye-bye.
No
Happy
worries.
holidays,
Happy
everyone.
holidays.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Happy holidays.
Okay. Let me